They didn't cut me off with a fight. They just stopped including me. It began with a group chat, one I wasn't in. Mom's birthday dinner. Saturday, Patterson's Steakhouse by the lake. Family only. I heard from my younger brother, Ethan, casual, like it didn't matter. Hey, just a heads up, dinner is kind of just close family, hope that's okay. Close family. I stared at those 2 words until the screen dimmed. Typed a reply, deleted it. Tried again, deleted again. Finally, I sent. Did you mean to leave me out? He never answered. 2 hours later, Jenna did. My sister, 2 years younger, still in Georgia, divorced, 2 boys. Part-time aide at our old elementary school. Her message. Let's not make this about you, Madison. Nothing more. I didn't respond. Not because I lacked words, I had too many. But there's no point speaking to people who've already decided your existence is inconvenient. I'm 33 now. COO and co-founder of Core Map, a logistics tech firm in Seattle. We build systems that save cities money, fuel, time. In my world, I matter. In theirs, I'm a ghost they claim only when useful. So no, I didn't beg. But I bought a plane ticket. Because silence, when it's that deliberate, deserves to be confronted. I left home at 21 with 2 suitcases and a cracked laptop. A shoebox apartment above a deli. Futon, double shifts. Code written in laundromats and bus terminals. Success carved from caffeine and overdue rent. Jenna stayed. Married Kyle, church nice, polite nice. 2 kids before 27. I sent baby gifts. She rarely replied. Mom would murmur thanks, polite, distant. One Christmas, I tried to come home. They said the boys were sick. Maybe they were. Maybe I was just easy to uninvite. By 28, Core Map had traction, investors, city contracts, press. Back home I was simply good with computers. Dad would shrug. Something with maps and machines, too smart for me. The year Jenna divorced, she almost lost her car. Mom told me quietly, Jenna wouldn't. I wired $8,000 that night. No thanks. No acknowledgement. Just a Facebook photo a month later. Starting fresh. God is good. The car was in the background. Paid off. I didn't need credit, but somehow the erasing of me accelerated after that. Not rejected, just removed, slowly. And by the person I'd helped most. Monday. Early, coffee, Core Map stand-up at 6:45. Afterward, HR meets me at the elevator. One of the new hires is from Georgia, Nathan Wells. The name rolled around my mind until it clicked, Jenna's boyfriend. Holiday photo Nathan. Solid, safe Nathan. Small towns worship safe men. Training room, 5 new employees, nervous smiles. Nathan's eyes widened when I introduced myself. Good morning, I'm Madison Lane, co-founder and COO. His pen froze mid-air. He didn't talk once. As the others left, he stayed behind. Madison, he said carefully, I didn't know it was you. Jenna didn't say you ran the company. He chuckled awkwardly. I guess I never connected the dots. Is it weird I'm here? Only if you make it weird, I said. Relief softened his face. Okay, he said, cool. I really wanted this job, Nathan said quietly. You all are doing amazing things. Then focus on that, I told him. You'll be just fine. A real smile, no nerves this time. As he left, I felt something shift. Not in him. In me. Someone from their orbit had walked into mine, and didn't avert his eyes. Thursday, the post appeared. Jenna's Facebook, public. Mom glowing under gold 60 balloons. The caption read, can't wait to celebrate this beautiful woman this Saturday. Family is everything. Family. Everything. Comments piled up, cousins, neighbors, the church ladies. So proud of her. All the sisters together again. Debbie's bringing the lemon cake. I scrolled until the screen blurred. Not one mention of me. Not a single wish Madison could make it. I wasn't overlooked. I was erased. Forgetting is accidental. Erasure is art, practiced, deliberate. I set the phone down and let the quiet settle into my bones. Then I stood, grabbed the navy suit, pressed every seam smooth. I booked the flight that night. Not to crash the party. Not to prove anything. just to be seen, by people who'd been looking away for years. Georgia smelled the same as childhood: fresh-cut grass, pine sap, memories you can't wash off. A budget hotel outside the town line, clean sheets, a lamp that worked, silence that didn't accuse. I steamed the suit, placed an envelope on the nightstand. 2 first-class tickets to Alaska. Mom once said she wanted to see the northern lights before her knees gave out, a throwaway dream over chipped mugs and discount tea. She forgot. I didn't. Patterson's Steakhouse, unchanged. Same brown awning. Same piano loop. Same attempt at elegance. I arrived past 7. The hostess blinked at my name, scanned the list twice, then nodded. Back room, private party. Laughter hit me first, forks tapping, toasts midair, the easy sound of a gathering that hadn't considered the shape of who was missing. I stepped inside. Mom sat like the sun, surrounded by satellites, Dad stern beside her, Jenna glowing under attention, boys hyped on dessert, and Nathan at the far end, the only one already watching me. Conversation fractured. Plates paused midair. Then, the line I knew would come, polished with old judgment. "Well," Dad drawled, "look who finally decided to show up." I didn't give him the courtesy of a glance. I walked straight to Mom. Set the envelope gently before her. "Happy birthday," I said. "I hope it turns out as beautiful as you." Confusion flickered first, as if my presence broke a rule no one wrote down. She opened the envelope with careful fingers. Her breath hitched. The room stilled. She looked up, eyes wide, a question hanging between us neither of us dared say aloud. Only one word made it out of my mother's mouth: Alaska. I nodded. "You once said you'd always wanted to see the northern lights. I figured it was time." Her breath caught, tears forming, steady but contained, one hand lifted, not to pull me close, just to hold herself steady. Across the table, my father let out a long, loud exhale, the kind meant to put the spotlight back on him. "Still love making an entrance, don't you?" he said. "Can't resist turning it into your show." Once, those words would have landed. Now, the room wasn't just looking at him. Silence shifted, not breaking, just bending, like air gone too warm. Mom cradled the envelope like it was fragile. Her lips parted, but nothing came yet. Jenna's fork hovered over her plate, untouched since I arrived. Her boys fidgeted beside her, sensing the storm grown-ups pretend isn't happening. At the far end, Nathan watched. Not startled. Not unsure. Just waiting. Dad took a performative sip of wine. "Nice gesture," he muttered. "I've always preferred postcards." A joke engineered for cheap laughs. None came. Then Nathan stood, slow, calm, intentional. "She didn't make this about herself," he said. "You did." Dad blinked, caught off script. A cousin leaned forward. No one breathed. "That's Madison Lane," Nathan continued, voice even, co-founder and COO of Core Map, one of the fastest-growing AI logistics companies in the country. "She's not just successful, she's respected, she treats people fairly, and I'm proud to be working for her." Heads pivoted, first toward me, then toward Jenna, whose face drained to porcelain. "I applied months ago," Nathan added, "before I ever connected the name, and when I realized the truth, I didn't feel intimidated." He glanced at my father, direct, unwavering. I felt lucky. The room tightened around his words. "You talk about family like it's static, but true family adapts, includes." Madison didn't leave. You pushed her away, and even then, she built something the rest of us now depend on, including me. He sat back down. No applause. No cheers. Just truth, hanging heavy and undeniable. I looked to Mom. Her eyes never left me. Her fingers pressed against the envelope like it was the first real thing she'd held all night. Then I turned to Jenna. She still wouldn't meet my eyes. Her stare was locked on the ripples forming in her water glass. Her son stayed quiet, because children always know when adults are lying to themselves. They already knew. My father didn't move, not angry, not defensive, just still. For the first time, I saw him without the performance. No jokes, no armor. Just a man finally recognizing what he'd ignored for years. I picked up my bag and stood. "I won't stay," I told my mother. "I only came to see you smile." She caught my hand, both of hers around mine. You did, she whispered. I turned to leave. My heels clicked against the tile, quiet, but impossible to ignore. No one called after me. And that was okay. Because I wasn't disappearing this time. I was walking out seen. Back at the hotel, I kicked off my shoes, ordered salmon, and opened my laptop. Q2 projections steady, routing models outperforming targets, new contracts approved. On paper, everything was perfect. At 9:40, the phone rang. The front desk said a woman was here for me, her voice lowered on the name. My mother. She arrived holding a plastic container wrapped in a dish towel, lemon squares. Uneven, cracked sugar tops, pure nostalgia. She hovered at the threshold, unsure. I welcomed her in. She looked around quietly, like she was seeing the version of me she'd only heard rumors about. She said I'd always loved tidy spaces. I said she'd always loved sugar. A small smile shared, cautious, but real. We talked about Alaska first. Then the company. Then my life, and for once, she wasn't asking out of obligation, she wanted to understand. At last, her hands folded in her lap. Her voice softened. She said she never realized how much I'd been carrying. No one ever asked, I replied. She nodded, not to excuse, but to accept. Said they kept me small because it made me easier to recognize. Called it a mistake. I didn't rush forgiveness. But I didn't shut the door either. She asked if she could visit Seattle. I said yes. 4 days later, Jenna called. Her voice was brittle at first, unsure why she'd dialed, until she admitted she did know. Nathan told her everything, what he said that night, and what he said after. How I led. How I held my ground. How I didn't bend. It shook her. She confessed she always saw me as stubborn, never strong. My moving away felt like abandonment. Now she wondered if it was survival. I listened. Let silence do its work. She said she resented me for changing while she stayed still. It made her feel small. You're not small, I told her, you're still becoming. She exhaled, like releasing a weight she didn't know she carried. Said Mom wanted to visit, and quietly added that maybe she did too. I told her I'd welcome them both. Before she hung up, her voice cracked again. She said she was proud, not of the success, but of the fact that I never tried to make her feel lesser, even when she tried to make me invisible. When I returned to Seattle, an envelope waited for me at the front desk. My name in my father's handwriting. Inside, 1 page. He wrote that I turned out different than he planned, maybe better. Said he didn't know how to apologize for underestimating me, and wasn't sure he deserved to. But Mom told him I was building something real. He said he believed her. Then, you always had that stubbornness. I mistook it for rebellion. Turns out it was vision. No signature. But no denial. For him, that was something. That summer, I bought a home in Marin, redwoods behind, silver water ahead. The floors creaked in the right places. The air smelled like eucalyptus and salt. It wasn't grand. It was mine. On move-in day, my team gifted me a framed print, midnight blue with white lettering. Built so well they can't look away. Below it, in a small frame, a curled yellow post-it, Nathan's handwriting. She's my boss. Not proof. Recognition. The story wasn't that I showed up to be noticed. It's that I never stopped being someone worth noticing. I didn't demand a seat at their table. I built a better one, and left the door unlocked. 5 years later, we celebrated Mom's 65th on my patio, under string lights and jazz. Jenna brought the cake. Nathan ran the slideshow. My father stayed quiet, but present. As dusk settled, he approached with an old photo, 10-year-old me, building a cardboard company called Smart Moves Inc. On the back, he'd written, "Turns out you always knew." We stood together, not quite repaired, but finally real. I didn't return for forgiveness. I came back to ensure the truth stayed in the room after I left. I wasn't welcomed home. I chose home anyway.